Hare Krishna. Welcome to my YouTube channel Everyday with Bhagavad Gita. I am Madhuri. Wishing you all a very happy Varamahalakshmi festival. On this day, most of the women in South India celebrate this festival with a wish to please and seek blessings from Varamahalakshmi. Then, how to please Goddess Lakshmi? According to Srimad Bhagavatam, Goddess Lakshmi appeared from the ocean of milk, which was churned by Devatas and Asuras. When she appeared, her only desire was to serve Lord Hari, and then she married Lord Hari. Wherever Lord Hari will go, Goddess Lakshmi will follow him, which means wherever Lord Hari resides, there Goddess Lakshmi goes to serve him. As we all know, Goddess Lakshmi serves the lotus feet of Lord Hari. And when we desire to serve Lord Hari, then she will be pleased. And in such homes, she resides on Padmasan, that is on lotus. But if we only worship Goddess Lakshmi, then she will come as Chanchala, that is quick on her feet. Therefore, we must worship Lakshmi Narayana and please Goddess Lakshmi and seek her blessings. Let us all pray to Goddess Lakshmi to bless us with good health, wealth, prosperity and service of Lord Narayana and protect us. Now let us move on to Bhagavad Gita. In our previous video, we discussed verses from 15 to 18 that Krishna and Arjuna along with Pandavas and their children and also with many other kings blew their respective counsels. Now let us move on to the next verse of Bhagavad Gita of chapter 1. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada. सघोषोद्धार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यधारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमलोऽभ्यनुनादयन्. Translation: The blowing of these different counsels became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Purport: When Bhishma and the others on the side of Duryodhana blew their respective counsels, there was no heartbreaking on the part of the Pandavas. Such occurrences are not mentioned. But in this particular verse, it is mentioned that the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra were shattered by the sounds vibrated by the Pandavas' party. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. One who takes shelter of Supreme Lord has nothing to fear even in the midst of the greatest calamity. In this verse, it is mentioned that the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra were shattered by the sounds vibrated by the Pandavas' party. Srila Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport that when Bhishma and others on the side of Kauravas blew their counsel, there was no heartbreaking on the part of Pandavas. Such occurrence has not mentioned. A question arises here: why Kauravas were fearful and Pandavas were fearless? Now, first let us know what is fearless. Courage is not necessarily the absence of fear. It is the awareness of a presence that dwarfs fear. If you have fear, you cannot just wish them away. If a person does not have fear, often that may be because of ignorance. For example, if a drunken person rides his vehicle very fast in a traffic, then that is not fearlessness. He will end up in a terrible accident. Then, what is actual fearlessness? Fearlessness is not the ignorance of danger around us. Fearlessness comes from knowledge. So, fearlessness is the awareness of the presence that dwarfs fear. Suppose you are going alone in a dark street and you see a thief coming towards you with a knife in his hand and you feel fearful. At the same time, you see a policeman with a gun near you and you feel safe and fearless. It is not that the threat is not there, the thief is still there, but there is someone bigger present who can protect you. Pandavas were fearless because of their confidence in Lord Krishna, and one who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord need not fear in the midst of greatest calamity. Ata vyavasthitan drishtva dhartarashtran kapidvajaha pravritte shastra sampate dhanurudyamya pandavaha rishikesham tada vakyam idam maha mahipate. Translation: At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot, bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow, prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra, drawn in a military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. Purport: The battle was just about to begin. It is understood from the above statement that the sons of Dhritarashtra were more or less disheartened by the unexpected arrangement of military force by the Pandavas, who were guided by the direct instructions of Lord Krishna on the battlefield. The emblem of Hanuman on the flag of Arjuna is another sign of victory, because Hanuman cooperated with Lord Rama in the battle between Rama and Ravana, and Lord Rama emerged victorious. Now both Rama and Hanuman were present on the chariot of Arjuna to help him. Lord Krishna is Rama himself, and wherever Lord Rama is, his eternal servitor Hanuman and his eternal consort Sita, the goddess of fortune, are present. Therefore, Arjuna has no cause to fear any enemies whatsoever. And above all, the Lord of Senses, Lord Krishna, was personally present to give him directions. Thus, all good counsel was available to Arjuna in the matter of executing the battle. In such auspicious conditions, arranged by the Lord for his eternal devotee, lay the signs of assured victory. In this verse, Arjuna's chariot bearing Kapidvajaha. Kapi means monkey, Dvaja means flag, which means he is whose flag is marked with Hanuman. When Pandavas were on exile, at that time Bhima visited Himalayas, and there he met Hanuman. And at the request of Bhima, Hanuman agreed to be in Arjuna's chariot's flag. Later on the battlefield, it is said that when Kauravas would look up at Arjuna's chariot, they would feel as if real monkey is standing on Arjuna's chariot and screaming and causing terror in the hearts of the enemies. Lord Krishna is Rama himself, and wherever Lord Rama is present, his eternal servitor Hanuman will be present. Here, 19th and 20th text of chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita is completed. To read Bhagavad Gita along with me, please subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon to get notifications, and also share and like my videos. We shall meet in our next video with next text of chapter 1. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.